If I say pray now, that's brilliant. But when you are in your house, pray. Rasukabari kalekus katilatu ratuli bronkravida satusha prekalatas kubra and frakilas resho praklela guskabarate bretuza trekla askaba resubakaina. You wait, you sit down, just wait. He might say something. You're not getting me. I said he might just. Otherwise you are in a monologue. Prayer is a dialogue. Wait a minute to just hear something from him. Sometimes you should have listening sessions. I prayed for 2 hours. Thank you, sir. I prayed for 5 hours. Thank you, ma'am. But how many minutes did you spare for listening to what he said? I wish I could talk to somebody now. Segment your prayer. Now I'm going to pray for that thing. Ratila Bahayo. Verusakira Tulema Dragida. Go for whatever. You see, sometimes you can, how, but prophet, how would I know he has answered? That's why there is something called a knot of victory. Just a knot of victory. If you master what we call spiritual data, you master the codes of the spirit. As you are praying, Ratukaba, Resupre Efraasa Kayaka, Plerusata, there is a time you have gotten to a lock in the spirit. You know what I mean, a lock in the spirit. When you can't go past a certain syllable in tongues. Praktela Gaga. You are looking now for a syllable, another syllable in the spirit to go to. You go Gaga. Gaga, Praktela Gaga. Go to another one. No, Gaga. Praktela Gaga, Gaga. Say, is that all you have? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been trying to reach other notes, but I'm just ending on Gaga. That's a signal from the spirit. Sit down. I'm about to talk. I wish I could talk to somebody now. I don't know if you are there. There is a signal. You know I can't go past this one. Have you ever prayed and you realize you are now asking for the same thing? You are interceding, and the only name that is coming is Sarah. Sarah. Father bless Sarah. You are looking for another name. You Sarah. You say, why is this Sarah coming? Is that Sarah God wants to talk about? Put a note and say, God, I'm listening. Tell me about this Sarah now. Tell me about this Sarah now. Why? That's where you are getting now chords in the spirit. Sit down. When you get to that chord in the spirit, now you're calling one person. Keep doing it. Don't even stop. You get to a point where you start laughing. Even you laugh at yourself like, what? Is this all I'm praying for? Is this all? Now it is what is called a knot of victory. Now you are getting the point where you know this one is done. I said this one is done. Do you know what? I never get moved. If at all I get wind of some lies my enemies are saying. Do you know why I never get moved? Because when I was in the God city, the good news city is called the God city. When I was in the God city, I prayed for 5 minutes for this problem, for 20 minutes for this one, for 30 minutes in advance. So my prayer bank is full. So when I walk in the street like this and they say something is wrong, I'm like, who is saying what? Oh, they are saying, man of God, this and that. I say, oh, I fixed them yesterday in prayer. I'm not responding to this one. I wish I could talk to somebody. We are in advance. Say, what about I'm going to work on Monday. I need to apply for a job. I have an interview. Don't worry. Just go there. Repala saprokta ivaradila. Resukai kanoma. Pretala shapai. You get in there. And you might find that there are 100 people who have actually applied for the job. Don't worry. Now, don't pray for you to get a job now. Pray for the other 99. They've already lost that job. Your problem is you're going to interviews. Who wants to get a job? Let me. Your problem is you are attending interviews. No. If they call you, just go sit down. The manager is in front there. You sit down and say, is your name Susan? Say, yes, sir. When can I start? You're not hearing me. So, when is this starting? They say, no, but you have not done the interview. Say, no, I'm already working. I'm ready because we don't have time. So you're wasting your time. This all 99 have already failed. This is my job. You will say that the interviewer will ask you, how are you this confident? Don't go there and say, my prophet told me, or this one told me. Say, the Spirit of the Lord told me when I was sitting there that this is my company. I work here. I'm teaching you codes in the Spirit based on a silent power. You go to the house, to the family of the great apostle Babalola from Nigeria, who, of blessed memory. How I believe it's every 3 hours or every 2 hours, they ring a bell. Ding, ding. To this day, the man is dead. They ring a bell. Even if you are a visitor, you stand up. The person you are talking to starts going for an hour. Sit down. You discuss, you play. 2 hours later, forever. They've been doing it since the days of Babalola when he was alive. They are still ringing a bell. Why? They are retreating into a secret location. Hey! They are retreating. When will you retreat? I said, when will you retreat? Let me show you something. Parasofrekal. The book of Samuel. The book of Samuel. The book of Samuel. Marate kuskekai. 1 Samuel 7 verse number 16. 1 Samuel 7 verse number 16. And he went from year to year. Are you here? In seconds to Bethel. This is Samuel. To Gilgal and to Mizpah, and judged Israel in all those places. The men would run from Bethel to Gilgal to Mizpah. Bethel is just the house of God. You would think that's where he's getting the power. No, sir. Let's go. And his return was to Ramah. In fact, let's go into the NIV. From year to year, he went on a second from Bethel to Gilgal to Mizpah, and judging Israel in all those places. Listen to this. But he always went back to Ramah. Always. Aye! Always went to the good news city. Always the God city. Always, always. There is always a location where you go to in order to return with power. The wise and the house are sorted at Ramah. Most of you don't understand these things. Men of old, renowned men of God that understood the power of God, always went to a location. For me to come back here and know your name, I can do it it's my calling. I can do it any minute. But for me to call you and be able to prophesy what it is that you want, and then for that to happen. Notice here, most prophets have only one advantage. And there are very few prophets. All these names, prophet, is all a lie. The Bible says he made some, and the word some there, it actually means few. So now everyone is a prophet now. Someone saw us driving a Lamborghini and thought, yeah, if you want to drive a Lamborghini, just be a prophet. Now they're in there with no Lamborghini, not even a Toyota. Listen to me. The advantage that you do not see is when we speak and say your name is John, you are like this, you come from this location, there is this problem. You see, most prophets only have this testimony where a man stands and says, is that what the prophet said, was it correct? Nobody follows to see if the things that they were saying came to pass. This is where the problem is. You're not hearing me. Even around the world, you're hearing me now. Nobody follows. Some people say, oh my God, he's so powerful, he prophesied. Yeah, but did it happen? So that the testimonies are now for the details that he mentioned. I'm a man transformed. See, it's very difficult to be under Pastor Chris and not be transformed from one area to the other. It's very difficult. And you see, I started doing something that even next year you will see it, even this year it has already taken place, where I take my time, even a month, and I'll fly in here to minister like him. A few weeks ago I was with him again. Just a few weeks ago I was with him. And what happens is, I go there as my retreat. Let me explain to you something. I didn't look for Pastor Chris because I just wanted to look for Pastor Chris. I didn't even look for Pastor Chris for you. No, you're not getting me. I wasn't doing it for you. The Lord showed us way back. A prophetess can tell you, she would call every week without fail to try and meet him for over a year. Those phone calls did not yield nothing. I would call too. No, we didn't get that access. Because that wasn't the access. And I thank God I didn't get that access at that time. I was too immature, my pampers were going to fall off. I had no realization that what you need is the word that the man is ministering. The revelation he has is what you need. You want to get a human angel? Get him behind the pulpit, not after the service. I know I'm talking to somebody now. I get people, not people with ministries. I understand people with ministries. But I get people who say, man of God, just mentor me, please. People with ministry I can understand. But people say, mentor me, please. Just mentor me. I'm thinking, this is it. I had 3 hours of free mentorship. I'm ministering every time here. I'm pouring out what is inside of me. And I assure you, if you give me 6 months of your life of listening to these messages, applying them, you will never be broke another day in your life. It's not possible. It's not possible. I've seen it. I've tried to be broke myself. Poverty got broken in the process. I can never be broke another day in my life. I can't. I cannot be. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, but me, I'm broke. No, you can never be broke. Let's marry. Let's go, friend. Let's come. Okay. All right. You're not getting me. You can never be broke another day in my life. Let me explain to you. Like I said before, your body doesn't know it's in Zimbabwe now, right now. You are the one who told it. Your body doesn't know you are broke. You can never know a straight line until you see a crooked one. In other words, you have to see somebody richer than you for you to know this is not rich, this is rich. I went to my father's house and we had just purchased a house somewhere for £2 million. And now, listen, this was a cash purchase. Now, prophetess is dealing with the tiling of the place. We need to do this and we need to do that and we need to do that. I went to my father's house and I'm looking for him to arrive. And as I sat there, I said, look, let me just go and freshen up because I had sat there for quite some time. I got into the toilet. The toilet. I know you want me to say restroom. The toilet. I got to the front desk. Now you see, I'm talking about the house, right? Front desk, maybe 6, 7 people on the phones like this. Putting them down. Receptionist, security. House, not office. House.